Okay then, welcome to another YouTube video, and let me just adjust my board 2 seconds. But yeah, welcome to another YouTube video, and today I want to talk all about what is actually possible for you to achieve in just 28 days. And for those that have followed me for a while, you know I'm not into fads, shortcuts, short-term progress or results. But this doesn't mean that we can't achieve incredible things in a short time frame. And actually, if you do it this way, what happens is not only do you see quick progress that makes you feel incredible, that helps you to regain control and just build your self-belief, quickly, long term, because we're putting in certain things that I'll discuss. It's a match made in heaven, and it's how you can see rapid progress in a 28-day period and just regain control after feeling like health and fitness is something that's always just evading you. You just get started and then you get stuck. Like, you can make drastic change in 28 days, and that's great news for you because it's spring, summer's like 8 weeks away. And I just want to show you like what is actually possible for a busy over 30 with a family, with a house to run, with a job, with so much going on and socials now that the weather's nice. Like, I want to show you what is possible when you do this the right way. Okay, this is not a short-term focus, this is not a quick fix, but we can still see incredible rapid progress in a 28-day period that actually sets us up long-term as well. Because my clients don't want to just lose weight for summer and spring and feel a bit better. They want to lose weight and sustain it beyond that. So yeah, and like just a few examples, I'll pop them somewhere on the screen. But one of my recent clients, Amy, who did our literally 4 weeks, so 28-day trial, dropped over 5 kilos. Okay, Corey is another great example as well. Busy adults with so much going on in life, but just proving what happens when you commit to your health and fitness journey. You do it right, okay? And I'll talk about the 3 reasons why. But first and foremost then, so what is actually possible in 28 days? Well, there's 3 things that I've put here, okay? And the bottom one, the third thing I share with you, is the most important. But the first thing is 3 to 6 kilos of weight loss, okay? When you commit to your weight loss goal and you work on certain things that, again, I'll get to in a moment, 3 to 6 kilos of weight loss is possible. Okay, that's almost a stone that you could lose in 28 days. Okay, and this isn't making you eat lettuce every meal. This isn't starving you, making you feel horrendous. This is actually helping you to regain control of your nutrition in a simple way that encourages you to eat real food, enjoy balance as well. But when you commit to it, and there's a pathway of how you actually implement this, so it's not overwhelming, it's not super restrictive, it's incredible. But 3 to 6 kilos of weight loss is absolutely possible. 3 to 8 centimeters from around your waist. So for most, this is a really big area. If you want to feel more body confident, if you want to, feel better in clothes, wearing jeans, seeing a reduction in your waist is going to look great, but it's going to feel great as well, especially when, clothes shopping for summer. So that is possible and what you can achieve in just 28 days. But the most important one for me, okay, is this here, feeling, all right? Feeling 10 times better, because life is about feeling good. And when you're battling with yourself, your health, you're in a place that you're not happy, you feel drained, you feel emotional, you feel sluggish, you're lacking in energy, you feel negative and moody and just like a shadow of your former self. So for me, getting a client feeling good is the utmost priority. And that's what can happen in 28 days when you see significant weight loss after years of like little to no progress, when your waist reduces so much, and you can see that with measurements, with progress pictures, obviously with the clothes you're wearing. Like, you feel 10 times better because you finally open your mind up to what's possible. You finally realize that after all this messing about and feeling like it's never going to happen for you, it's actually possible, and it's enjoyable, it's liberating, it's not restrictive, it's not demoralizing. Like, doing it the way that we show our clients in the Lean and Fulfilled lifestyle is liberating. It actually makes it become reality, okay? It makes it feel like this is achievable for you, not just the first 28 days, but long term, because you won't change your life in 28 days. We're talking 6 to 12 months, but in 28 days, you can significantly regain control, change the course that you're on, and finally feel like you can do it. That feeling is liberating, okay? That is freeing. That gives you so much more fulfillment. You've got more energy. You're walking with a bit of a bounce in your step. You feel like you're on the journey. You're finally moving forward closer to the body, the mind, the life that you want. So that's what is possible in 28 days. I've just showed you a couple of examples of Amy, of Corey, and we have hundreds more case studies that we can show you. So there's 3 reasons for this, right? So if I'm saying you can achieve all of this, and this is actually what's possible in 28 days, and every client that comes through the lean field lifestyle, this is what we expect and they achieve, like, how is that actually possible? And there's 3 reasons here, okay? And it doesn't mean that we're doing anything like fad diets, anything crazy, anything restrictive that just doesn't align with like your values anymore as a you know, busy adult with career and a family. Like, you know, we're not in our 20s and our teens trying to impress people and like doing crazy stuff. Like, you know, we've got a life to lead and we want it to complement that. So there's 3 reasons for this, and these 3 things, when you have in place, that is what's possible for you to achieve in 28 days. So the first thing that you have to do is habit change. Okay, habit change is the biggest thing, because I want you to see your habits as like the foundation that your success is built on. Okay, if you want to achieve rapid weight loss but actually sustain it long term, we have to change our daily behaviors. Okay, our habits have to align with that version of ourselves that we're trying to be. So by actually focusing on habit change, we're building solid foundations. And when you change your habits, what you do is, because you're building a solid foundation, everything becomes easier, because you're not just following a random calorie target that you found online, you know, to lose weight. You're actually building habits that allow you to track your calories a lot easily, to see weight loss, all things that support it, okay? So instead of just doing like the one thing on the surface, we're doing all these things under the surface, okay, that really help everything that you do become easier. And this is, you know, why we use our weight loss habit stacking system. So when a client joins the Lean and Fulfilled lifestyle, we just give them one new habit to implement a week. That's it, okay? So week 1, they'll implement a certain habit that helps specifically in an order of priority to help with your weight loss goal. So they implement that for the first week. Then after week 1, we look at adding another habit, okay? So we add week 2's habit, and then after week 2, we add week 3's habit. After week 3, we add week 4's habit, okay? And we do that over an 8-week period. But in that initial 28 days, you've built 4 habits that prioritize weight loss, okay? Things that actually help and support you to be able to lose weight, to be able to exercise, to be able to adhere to nutrition, okay? And this isn't just, you know, again, tracking your calories. It's not that. It's the substance, okay? The things that people just neglect. Like, yes, you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, okay? But that doesn't mean you just hit a calorie goal, all right? Are we getting enough protein in for your breakfast? Are we getting 2 servings of vegetables with our lunch? Like, how can we actually hold you to better habits, so there's not the fixation on it's just about calories, and it's everything else around it that allows that to be effective. So that's why habit change is key, but also not just for the first 28 days, but long term, okay? Your ability to achieve a great result and sustain it. Then the second thing that we look at is a mindset shift, because unless your identity evolves, you won't, okay? And this is where so many adults go wrong, is that when they start something, they just have the short-term goal, like short-term fixation. So they go, I want to lose weight, I want to finally get my health sorted. And it's just a short-term focus, and they just do crazy things, and then they fall off the bandwagon. And that's because they might have changed their behavior short-term, but they didn't change their identity. Okay, to become the person, you need to be the person. So unless we start to change your mindset, we build self-belief, we build confidence, we get you to think completely differently to how you do now, that aligns with the person that you want to become, then, you know, that is how you grow. That's how you kind of grow through this process and sustain the progress that you make. Because without that, you know, you just, your values, your beliefs, your perception, they just don't align with the person that you're actually trying to grow into, okay? So we have to focus on identity change. We have to challenge the narratives in your head. We have to change your belief system. We have to therefore rewire your habits, and with that, the result that you achieve. So before we've even talked about nutrition, training, if we're not improving and building habits that align with weight loss, improving the shape of your body, your health and fitness, and also if we're not, you know, changing our mindset to support that, we might as well not bother. And this is why so many over 30s will make a start, but then they just regress, okay? And they're stuck in that never-ending cycle, because yes, you put the effort in short term, but you haven't built the foundational habits, and you haven't changed your mindset, okay? Evolved your identity. And this is what we do inside the Lean and Fulfilled lifestyle, alongside, you know, the the weight loss habit stacking system we use, we also have our identity reset. Okay, so as you're building better habits, we're also helping you to change your mindset with a simple task that we use every single day to help evolve your identity. We've got mindset trainings, one a week, that you follow, again, for this initial period, which is so important for fast tracking that progress and getting you to buy into yourself, your journey, and make and believe that you can do this. How to build self-belief, how to normalize bad days, how to overcome self-sabotage, all of these things, super relevant to you. And the final thing then that we need, of course, is we need a plan, right? Intentions mean nothing. You can't just say, I want to lose weight, and then you've got no structured plan to follow. But this isn't just any other plan, all right? This is a nutrition and training plan. But this is created by our team of experts. So I collectively work with our in-house nutritionist, Adam, our in-house head of strength and performance coach, Rianne, who are experts in their field, and they work with me alongside my clients, just as being part of the lean and fulfilled lifestyle at no extra cost to my clients, to help support and give the most bespoke plan that we can. Because most people, when they decide, they want to feel better, let's start losing weight, what do? They just, right, I'll go to the gym a few times a week, right, I'll start tracking my calories and hit my goals. And the reality is it's just random. There's no structure. There's no kind of thought out process. But if you understand what your long-term goal is, you reverse engineer that process and you go, well, okay, well, here's the training we need to be doing. But also, one of the big things that I try and do with all clients is remove the barrier of entry, remove friction. Okay, I want to meet you where you're at so we can build and evolve over time. So if you're saying to me, I'm not really confident at the minute, I can't get to the gym, I'm only working out from home 2 times a week, we go, okay, we'll work with that. So we'll do 2 30-minute sessions. If you've got no equipment, no worries, and we'll create a plan based on that. So it's bespoke to you, what you're willing to do, what you're open to, the resources available. And it allows you to feel like it aligns, okay? And it fits into your lifestyle. If you're a super busy adult with work and a family and you think right now, I only can see myself doing a couple of sessions a week, we'll make that happen. And that's where the difference is from just following a random plan online or whatever ChatGPT sends you, and actually a plan created by a professional that we create uniquely for your life. And it helps. And same from a nutrition perspective, how many times have you started to track calories and you just can't sustain it? Nutrition is way more than that, okay? There's constant issues that you face with nutrition that we need to talk through, we need to understand. So yes, we'll give you, macros, a calorie protein goal to follow, because that's important. But also there's substance to that. So yes, you've got your own parameters that you need to work in, because we need to follow something, but actually, how can we make that happen for you? Do you need a meal plan? You'll have your initial consultation with Adam, so you can talk through kind of all your challenges with nutrition, what you struggle with, how do we get more protein in, how do we bespoke that strategy to you so it actually works and it actually can build into your unique life and not just be track this number on your calories. That just doesn't work. So, we have nutrition pods that we set up with clients. We do meal plans. We have so many different strategies that we use. And even for some clients, when they fill out their consultation form, they go, I could track on MyFitnessPal, I don't really like it, but if I have to, I will. And if a client says that, so here's just a bit of an insight for you, then you won't track calories. Because again, if that's a barrier for you for whatever reason, why don't we just remove it? You don't need to track your calories to lose weight and feel amazing and achieve incredible things when you follow our principle-based nutrition framework. So we cover all angles, but it's absolutely essential that, you need a structured plan to follow, nutrition and training, of course. But when we tie in these 3 things, we just see amazing, amazing progress. And that's what's possible, from day one to finally going, do you know what? Let me just give this a go. Let me just give it a try. I'm sick and tired of battling with myself, being on and off. I just want to give this a go. The moment you decide to do that, in 28 days time, 4 weeks time, you could be in the most incredible place. 3 to 6 kilos down, 3 to 8 centimeters down from across your waist, but just feeling 10 times better, mentally in a better place, physically motivated, inspired, confident, and just believing that you can finally do this. And, when you actually start the process of your fitness journey and you don't just do what you've always done, random gym classes, random plan that you used to do 5 years ago, when you actually start and you follow a habit building system, you have trainings to help develop your mindset once and for all, so you can build this in so that it lasts. and you have a nutrition and training plan to follow that's actually bespoke to you, with a team of experts at your disposal as well, and just collectively a team, supporting you through that process. That just happens, and it can be the most amazing experience. Liberating, not restrictive, not demoralizing, not like, oh, I'll do this for 4 weeks and that's it. Like, this is completely life-changing. So hopefully that was helpful. If you're watching this, you've been following me on social media at Fort-Winn Coaching, you'll know that this week our intake for May is open. I have 6 spaces on our 4-week accelerator, essentially 28 days to regain control, to prove to yourself that you can. And yeah, we're down to the final four spaces. So if you are interested, let me know. Literally just drop a comment in the YouTube video and I can send across some information, or drop me a message on Instagram, just the word May, and I'll get that across to you. But yeah, if you want to give it a shot, then now could be a good time. We're 8 weeks away from summer, and yeah, it's getting nice outside, so the motivation is high. But if you're interested, fire away. But if not, it doesn't matter. I just hope that this shows you what is possible when you get it right. So enjoy, and I'll see you